How's everybody? We good? I hope that everybody is well. We got two Dada songs coming up. Can you believe it? Dada as an Alice Cooper. That's when you know that Bart is in the house. UK Bart's in the house when we start getting the weirder requests, or like when he starts requesting songs from bands that you know, but they're songs that you don't know, off albums that you don't know. And that's where we're going now, and I gotta say that all of us are better for it, because I like that. I mean, I have the album, so it tells you what I think of them. That said, you should not trust fanboys, because fanboys like everything, so they're not going to point you to anything specific sometimes, you know? They like everything. Me, that's kind of the way I feel about Alice Cooper. I have the bad albums, and the albums that we're going to play right now, quote-unquote, right? The albums that we're going to play right now are two of his bad albums. They're albums that were released during his so-called blackout years. Blackout from what? Blackout from the fact that he was so fucking drunk, he doesn't even remember recording the records. He used to get so drunk, he was so sick, he came close to dying, as a matter of fact, but he was so sick, he can't remember years of his life. And if you see this period of his career, you'll notice that he's super emaciated. Like really thin and just, he kind of looks like he's going to die. Thankfully, he did not. So what we're going to do now is that going to turn out to be a triple shot of Alice Cooper, and I'll tell you why. Real simple reason. The reason is because, well, I want to play a song as well. I want to play a specific song, so we're going to play 3 Alice Cooper songs. The first 2 are for our man Bart. Well, actually, I'm going to play one from Bart, then I'm going to play the one that I want to play, which many of you might still know. You might know. If you were listening during the 80s, then you would know. And then I'm going to play another song that he doesn't, that you might not know. The songs that Bart wants are from the album Dada. An album that has certainly been dismissed by Alice Cooper fans. Is Way of All Flesh going to be an old man show? You're talking about the Gojira? Yeah, the Gojira is going to be an old man show. I think I'm going to go through the Gojira catalog. I like Gojira. I mean, that's at least what it's feeling like now. I don't know. But tomorrow, look, you know what it is? You know how it is that we'll decide this? I'll tell you how. Tomorrow's old man is Gojira. What album are we doing tomorrow? I forgot the name of the fucking record. It's going to come up soon and I'll find it. Magma. That's the name of the record. Thank you. So tomorrow we're doing Magma, right? And we're going to see how that goes. What I mean by that is that we're going to be doing that live on YouTube, and we're going to see if YouTube blocks our video. If YouTube blocks our video, I'm going to stop doing Magma videos, I think. I don't know. Listen, I don't know, man. Right now, we're just trying to get through. Those of you that were around this afternoon probably got a little bit... Oh, okay, no. In which case, I'm going to play both of them, dude. I'll play both of them. Those of you that were around this afternoon got a little bit of a treat. You got an extra old man. So, wait a second. Old man on Thursday? Yeah, old man on Thursday. Those of you who watch the show live have already seen it. We recorded during the time that we were off YouTube. We kept recording. We kept doing the shows with the idea that, fuck it, we're going to basically upload them and see what happens. And if they get taken down, they get taken down, and if not, then we'll go. So Gorillas wasn't taken down, and we watched that whole thing together. And even though it was a rehash, a repeat, we still had up to 80 people at some point. It's got close to 1,000 views. It's going to get 1,000 views in 24 hours guaranteed kind of thing. And it was a good time. So Those of you that want to see another Gorillaz video, Old Man Listens to Gorillaz is now officially uploaded onto our YouTube channel. We listened to the debut together. It was a lot of fun. I made fun of BTS. I yelled a lot. All the stuff that you come to expect for your $2 a month. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies is where you pay your $2 a month and where you become a patron. You can choose, if you wish, to listen to the show free of charge, forever. Or you can support the show by becoming a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. That's the best thing. Become a part of the conversation. Be a part of the damn thing. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. Here's your triple shot of Alice Cooper. Be ready. Da-da. All right. I'm not quite ready to stop with the Alice Cooper. I'm enjoying it too much. I mean, it helps that I know that I got Alice Cooper fans in their house. You know, when I say stuff like, there's nothing I like better than hanging out with you guys, like there's nowhere I'd rather be, I mean it. I've wanted to be around music my whole life. And I've wanted to be around music and feel like, you know, I'm doing something that I'm never going to get fed up of. Something that I don't need a vacation from. And I found it. And I can tell you one exact thing, what made me think of that today. Can I tell you? UK Bart comes on. I fucking love when UK Bart comes on. Because we're 5-hour distance, okay? So all of our UK friends, all of our European friends, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. Because I know. If you're living in the UK Sarah, same deal. It's 1 a.m. there. It's 1:30 a.m. This is late night radio for them. Our European friends, an hour more. So when I see him, I'm happy, you know? It's like I completely... I embrace... I remember listening to radio at 1 a.m. I remember the kind of radio that I listened to at 1 a.m. And I'm proud to be that radio. I'm proud to be that 1 a.m. radio for you. Minus the screaming. Maybe. But you're going to have to deal with the screaming because it's not going to go away. You know that. I scream. I like it. I sleep like a baby after. You get all the fucking shit out of you, you know? It's very, very important. So, he gets in, and it makes me happy every time he gets in. He wears this fucking stupid shirt every time, right? As I tell him the same thing. Dude, what's wrong with you? You look normal. So yeah, I just got off work. Dude works hard, man. Works real hard. So... He turns on the what's it called? He comes and hang out with us on the Zooms once he's finished work. And immediately within 5 minutes, within 5 fucking minutes, we're talking about Alice Cooper's blackout years. Alice Cooper's blackout years is the least talked about of all of Alice Cooper's career. It's not even considered interesting to a lot of people unless you're like hardcore kind of thing. Within 5 minutes, I'm talking about Alice Cooper's fucking blackout years. And during that conversation, I find out he doesn't have a copy of Flush the Fashion, off of which we just listened to the song, Clones. Clones was a hit for him. The idea with the blackout years, as I said before, is that he was so drunk, so emaciated, so fucked up at that point of his life that those years of his life were a complete blackout. He does not remember recording these records. These aren't the only ones. There's the ones that the one I played for you is Dada. This one's Flush the Fashion. There's another 2 from the blackout years, which is Special Forces and Zipper Catches Skin. During those years, he had no idea what the hell he was doing, right? We're listening to a bit of everything. We're listening to whatever, man. Check the archive, Uma. I added a ton of shit in there right now. I added like nearly 50 records in the last week, so there's plenty there to listen to. Now, these albums aren't exactly sought after or nothing like that. I think that right now they're enjoying a little bit of a renaissance because it's old. But Bart actually likes this stuff. And I find out he doesn't have a copy of Flush the Fashion. Now Bart's coming over next summer. Like a lot of you are coming over next summer. The trips are going to start happening, folks. San Francisco. We'll have news on San Francisco tonight. That one's going to happen in March. But after that, there's another trip happening here in Montreal. So he knows already. The dude's coming down. I've never met Bart before. I've known Bart longer than everybody here that's in this room right now except for Brooke. I've known Brooke 15 fucking years. I've never met that fucker either, but I'm going to meet him in San Francisco. Never met him. So just to tell you, those people who say that you can't make real friendships, Brooke and me have known each other 15 fucking years. We're likely, most likely, listen, I'm going to do my part. If it doesn't happen, it's because of him. But San Francisco, man. San Francisco. I'll be there. And same thing with Bart. I've known Bart since 2014. 2014. Long time. Before I was doing videos, before I was doing anything. And me and that guy always got along. We always liked each other. It's, you know, there was just... Because he's a nerd. He's a fucking nerd. He likes talking about music. It's, you know... And he's going to be coming over this summer. Not this summer, next summer. He's going to be coming over. And when he comes over, I told him, listen, dude, I got another copy of Flush the Fashion here. That record belongs to you. Now you have to come. And I told him, and I had to give my apologies. Listen, when it comes to me mailing stuff, I'm not good. Okay? There's some people that can say you could get good. Listen, no. Some people are good at things and some people aren't. Some people are organized, some people aren't. Our brains work differently. All right? I'm not very good when it comes to organized stuff. I'm a fucking mess. So, as much as I make fun of Poland 24/7, and I'll continue to do so, the fucker keeps me organized. He does. You know? But, so I told him, listen, Bart, if I knew that I could just fucking send $40 somewhere so I can send you a package, I would do it right now. So that's not the issue here. The issue is pulling out the fucking thing and then packing it and then finding the address and then having to add the fucking sticker and then having to go to the post office. There are many steps. I fucking suck at that stuff. I do, man. My wife goes for me. Because I'm going to have a fucking nervous breakdown. If I wait at the post office and there's two people in front of me, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. You understand? I've become feral. I'm not good in public anymore. I've become feral. I've always been the kind of guy that everyone has to like, oh yeah, he's the friend that you have to explain. But now I've become feral. So, I told them, listen to me. Next summer, when you're here, you got that record coming here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our time, we're going to go through all of my fucking records, and we're going to see where we have doubles, and I'm going to make sure that you're going to leave with a nice pile of records. Friends, man. Friends. Friendship can fucking happen. For reals, friendship can happen. You can feel affectionately towards each other, even though you've never met each other. And I can't wait for all of that to happen because it's time to start talking about and it's time to start organizing the VJ get-togethers. I'm going to go at least 2 deep more with Alice Cooper. Just because I feel like continuing the story and frankly also because our man Johnny Campbell is with us, and I know that Johnny Campbell and I have talked about Alice Cooper as well. He also shares an affection for his music. So to me, it's like, well, fuck, okay. I guess it's in the stars. We're going to do some Alice Cooper. So after the blackout years, the dude's career was dead. He killed his career with the blackout years. Nobody, like, nothing. Gone. Gone. until Friday 13th. Out of nowhere, Friday 13th, I forgot which one. I wish I could remember which Friday 13th it was. Something tells me it's like Jason Takes Manhattan, but I'm not sure. It was like Friday 13th, Part 5, Part 6. After the final chapter. It was one of the episodes. Jason Lives. Jason Lives. That's the one. 1985, I'm practically certain. 1986, okay. That would make me 16 years old. Now, I was already a hardcore fan of Alice Cooper during this entire time because I owned my first Alice Cooper album at the age of 3. Okay? I had Killer around at the age of 3 and I played it to death. I knew every song. I know that record backwards and forwards. I've always had Alice Cooper in my collection. When I started collecting records, Alice Cooper were the first records that I started collecting. And when I hit secondary 3 in school, just out of middle school type of thing, there was a girl that I thought was very, very sexy. She had a heart-shaped ass. And I was a young boy, 14 years old, so I started looking at these things. So I remember the pretty girl with the heart-shaped ass. She used to wear these beautiful Sergio Valente jeans. You understand? Her ass looked positively cherubic. It was like a cherub. And she liked Alice Cooper. So that gave me every fucking reason in the world to like Alice Cooper. And this was one of the cassettes that she had. And this girl lent me her cassette of Zipper Catches Skin. And I went out and I bought the record after as soon as I could find it. So there's this connection to one of my earliest crushes as well. You understand? Eventually I move out of Saint Michel. I moved to fucking RDP, Rivière des Prairies. Another fucking WAP neighborhood. All WAPs at my school. All Italians. All Italians. By this point, Alice Cooper died. He was finished. He was done. He was done. Dead. Stick a fork in him. But I always had the Alice Cooper flag because I was a metalhead. Alice Cooper flag. But nobody wanted to talk about Alice Cooper until fucking Jason. Until Friday 13th. His fucking career explodes all of a sudden. All of a sudden, people can see him, and I see Alice Cooper for the first time. 16 years old was the first time I saw Alice Cooper. As somebody who knew the snake on Killer from the first album, just seeing him with a snake around his neck, he hung himself, the whole deal. You don't understand, my mind was blown. Blown. I fucking loved Alice Cooper. And I still kind of have that feeling. Yeah, man, he was the homeless possessed guy in Prince of Darkness. He did a few movies. He did another movie, which I wish I could remember what it's called. I believe the movie was called Rabies. I believe it was Rabies. It must have been around 84, 85, maybe 86 or something. Horrible horror movie. Back then, the dogs that were scary, the evil dogs back then, were not pit bulls. They were not Rottweilers. The evil dogs of the 80s were Dobermans. And everyone hated Doberman pinchers because they were dangerous and they would kill, they would eat your children. Eventually that reputation keeps going, you know? Now it's pit bulls. This movie was horrible. The only thing I remember about it, and the only thing worth watching, is that Alice Cooper gets eaten by a pack of dogs. Not worth watching the movie, though, I promise. I wish I could say it was worth watching the movie, but it wasn't. It was horrible. But this record came out. The fucking snake was there. I was a massive horror movie fan, too. Massive horror movie fan. So this was the years where fucking Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead came out. Horror movies were freaking excellent back then. So what was there? There was fucking Evil Dead. There was the Freddy franchise. There was, a few years later, there would be the fucking Chucky franchise. Those first Chuckies were amazing. The Thing, yeah, fuck The Thing. The Thing was like probably 82 or something. Crazy good. So, heavy metal and horror movies started dancing a little bit of a tango. You'd find heavy metal music in horror movies. This was an example. And this was the fucking song that brought Alice Cooper back. The title is perfect and everything. This song revived his career. From here, he made another album, which I'm going to play you next. And after that, he released Trash, the album Trash, with the song Poison. And he never looked back. Poison was his biggest song ever. Once he hit that level of success, he's never fucking looked back. Ever. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Alice Cooper, born Vincent Fernier, the son of a priest, is my fucking hero. That's when you know you're in a room full of, like, proper music nerds. All the stories come out. Fucking Lurch, Sean. He thinks Glenn Ballard wrote the song. Glenn Ballard wrote a lot of songs off Permanent Vacation, which was Aerosmith's comeback record. I don't have those Aerosmith comeback records. I want those Aerosmith comeback records eventually. And yeah, it is the same guy. It's the same guy. That was the songwriter for the hot songs, for the hot bands and stuff like that. They had certain songwriters. Bob Rock was another guy, big producer back then. And yeah. I mean, if you wouldn't have mentioned it, I wouldn't have remembered. But yes, that's him. I fucking love Alice Cooper. I'm happy I met him. I know that he still puts on a good show because I last saw Alice Cooper. I was saying this to Bart. I last saw Alice Cooper opening up either for Motley Crue during their farewell tour or for Iron Maiden. I don't remember which. But I remember them being... He was fucking brilliant. Brilliant. Like, just everything right on. That guy, everything was happening exactly where it's supposed to be. The guy was as coordinated as fucking Beyonce. It was brilliant to watch. And I've seen Alice Cooper 6 or 7 times. Every single time blows me away. I want to see Alice Cooper again. There's some artists I don't feel that way about. Not because I don't love them or anything, but it was Motley Crue. Okay, so it was Motley Crue. That sounds right. Like Iron Maiden. The last time I saw Iron Maiden, I've seen Iron Maiden about 7 or 8 times as well. I've seen him many times. The last time I saw Iron Maiden, my thought was, maybe I don't have to see him anymore. Maybe I've seen him enough. Then there's some bands that's just, I never got, Motorhead. I've seen Motorhead 13 times. Alice Cooper, pretty sure if he comes around again, I'm going to go watch him. Which actually brings me to, they started announcing concerts probably everywhere, all over the world, pretty regularly. Desmond Child, yeah, Desmond Child's another one of those guys. It's just, I know who you were talking about, Desmond Child. I think Desmond Child wrote Ragdoll for Aerosmith off the Permanent Vacation album. Desmond Child also wrote songs for, for Kiss. If I'm not wrong, he wrote the song Hide Your Heart. But, I forgot what it is that I was saying. Yeah, it's like there's some bands where you feel, all right, I've seen them enough. I mean, once you see a band 6 fucking times, But there's some, man, it's something to see every time. I mean, I can't, the Motorhead streak is done now, finished, right? Obviously. Rest in peace to our man. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to see Alice Cooper again. I want to. Another band I feel that way about is Melvins. Melvins, I just love watching Melvins whenever they come because Melvins always puts it on. I know what to expect. I love what they do. Which brings me to this one here. This is not the same thing where I would watch every single time. However, they started announcing concerts. And one of the first tours that I see that they announced that caught my interest is that Judas Priest is going out for their 50th anniversary. So they're going to be on tour with Sabaton, a metal band called Sabaton. And I'm thinking, do I go? The reason is because I've seen Judas Priest fairly late into their career. I saw Judas Priest during the Angel of Retribution tour. Okay, and they blew me the fuck away. Like Rob Halford still had the pipes. Now that's still about 10 years ago, though. But then their last record, Firepower. I'm not sure how many of you have listened to fucking Judas Priest's Firepower, but that's a beast mode album. That's not an album from an old band that makes a good record. No, that's a beast fucking metal record. It's a beast metal record. So, my issue is that I don't know if I can find anybody who would want to go see a Judas Priest concert with me, because I don't know anybody anymore, you know? All right. So I'm going to continue the Alice Cooper thing. I thought I was going to go straight to Raise Your Fist and Yell, but I won't. What it is that I want to do is I'm going to go back because Alice Cooper always had themes in his songs. He had many, many themes in his songs, and a lot of those themes actually featured women, featured kind of like... I can't explain it, but he just always wrote songs around certain characters. So there were characters always. Nurse Rosetta is a character that showed up in even the Marvel comic. Alice Cooper had a Marvel comic out about him. Did you know that? Coincided with the album From the Inside that has Nurse Rosetta on it. Yeah, it's true. One of the places where he started that, it might be the first place he started. My memory tells me it is, and I do have all of the Alice Cooper records, so... But I think that the first place he started doing that with the concepts like that was Welcome to My Nightmare. And the character of Steven. And he always kind of messes around with ideas of insanity. Always. I mean, he spent time in a mental institution. From the Inside is actually about his time in a mental institution. So, what I thought I would do before going to the record that continues this theme that I'm talking about, okay, Alice Cooper kind of like themes, I'm going to play you, I think, where it started. Yeah, well, Ballad of Dwight Fry is a absolutely classic track. All old Alice Cooper. I mean, you hear me. I can go on forever. I love the guy. Anyway, here's a double shot off his first album as a solo artist. So those of you that don't know, Alice Cooper had two separate careers. He had his Alice Cooper Band and Alice Cooper Solo. 1975 is where he fired the entire band and he went solo. Still the same name, Alice Cooper. Welcome to My Nightmare is that record. Alice Cooper Band had the same members all the time, and those guys are the ones that put out School's Out, $1 Billion Babies, what other ones? Killer, obviously. All the big records. All the big records, Alice Cooper Band. That's before 75. 75 is Alice Cooper with an all-new band, doing it completely different. And yes, they got sacked, and he's not wrong. And I have that record, actually, UK Bart. UK Bart is 100% right. What happens is that the members, the former members of Alice Cooper Band, basically formed the band. Exactly the same members. Exactly the same guys. They formed a band called $1 Billion Babies. And if I'm not wrong, they released 2 records, of which I have only the first one. I got a lot of stories today. Listen to me. Stories. Let's listen to something off Welcome to My Nightmare. 2-piece. How many of you are hearing that for the first time? That I don't take for granted, because that's not... The songs I just played you are not singles. They're fucking amazing. You need to have the album. And you know what the good news is? For all of you that don't have Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, it's fucking everywhere and it's cheap. You're going to find a copy of Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare for $5, $10. It's a cheap record. All good. All good. No bad songs. And I'll say that with the caveat that I'm an Alice Cooper nerd, so maybe you shouldn't listen to me. My opinion doesn't really matter because I'm going to tell you that it's all good. Now, I saw that there were a few other requests for Alice Cooper, or at least one more, plus I got two more actually two more requests, plus I got two more. So it looks like we got 4 Alice Cooper songs coming. None of the hits. We haven't even touched the hits yet. So what I decided, and I mean, you don't have to go with it, but if you guys are all of a sudden into your Alice Cooper trip, and you decide, you know what, this motherfucker, let's do some more Alice Cooper. I just want you to know that I have this many Alice Cooper records. I got a lot of Alice Cooper. I'm not missing them. I'm missing, like, later records, which I don't care about. In this entire thing, the only 2 records I would say that I'm missing are the great what's it called, the live record, the live record from like 76 or so, which isn't the greatest record, but I still want it again. And I'm missing Trash. Trash has to be reissued. I'm fucking waiting for Trash. That I need. And then I feel like I have the ones that I want. All right, so why don't we continue? I'm going to move on to Raise Your Fist and Yell, where he writes this kind of a theme type of thing a bit more. The heavy metal fans, by this point now, especially with Friday 13th and everything, the heavy metal fans, he's back there, and he's just... The minute people started watching him live, they saw, it's like, this guy hasn't lost a fucking thing. He has it all. Like, he came back strong, you know? So this is the album that came after, and I saw this tour as well. And it's kind of similar to the same feel. See if you catch it. Tell me what you think. You want another request, then we want another, then do it, all right? Check the archive, go check out what it is that we have in it, and I'll be glad to play it for you. Here's something off Raise Your Fist and Yell. 2 songs. Alice Cooper rules, man. And we do have more Alice Cooper. We got another couple of requests, including Ballad of Dwight Fry. So all of a sudden we got Muddy getting into some of the more known songs. I mean, Ballad of Dwight Fry isn't exactly the most known song in the world, but Alice Cooper fans know it. And he picked actually another one that's not... Well, actually, it was on the first greatest hits, Hello Hooray. We got some good shit coming, is what I'm saying. And I'm glad. This is something that if you told 13-year-old me that I'd be doing this at 51, 13-year-old me would be very happy. Very happy. You know, some people aspire to a bunch of different things, man. I aspire to be happy, and music is what makes me happy. So as long as I'm around it, like, all the time and forever, I'm happy. So, what it is that I'm saying is, hey, in my world, I've succeeded at life. I'm doing what I want. Now, I hear some of your stories that Alice Cooper knew Salvador Dali. Yes, he did. Alice Cooper knew Vincent Price. As a matter of fact, Vincent Price was on the Welcome to My Nightmare record. Alice Cooper, as a matter of fact, I'll give you a little tidbit that you might not know. Alice Cooper was directly responsible for the Hollywood sign being brought back to its former glory and becoming now a permanent fixture. Serious. Prior to the 60s, I think, prior to the 60s, the Hollywood sign was there, but nobody was paying attention to it. It wasn't a big deal at all. It was falling in disrepair. It was dilapidated. And it's Alice Cooper who put together a consortium of people who had money, along with Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx was a big friend, man. Groucho Marx was a big friend of Alice Cooper. He put together a group that used to play poker together. They used to smoke cigars and play poker, kind of thing. Yeah, it was Hollywood Land. That's correct. It was Hollywood Land, and then they removed the land part. But the sign was completely old and dilapidated. And what Alice Cooper did with Groucho Marx is he put together a bunch of his Hollywood friends and got them each to chip in. If I got them, I might have the amount wrong, but I think he got each of them to chip in something like $10,000 per letter. The letters cost something like $10,000 each in order to get them back to their former glory. And he paid himself the second O in Hollywood. So that second O in Hollywood, Alice Cooper was directly responsible for having that brought back. Fucking cool, right? Yeah, there's a picture of Alice Cooper with Gene Stapleton, basically Edith Bunker, completely dressed in metal. Okay, there you go. There's the number, which totals $250,000. There you go. See? Alice Cooper donated it in memory of Groucho Marx. But Groucho Marx and him were actually friends. Second O. Yep. That's the story right there. I guess you must have Googled it. My memory's not too terrible, is it? I got the amounts wrong. It wasn't 10,000, it was 27,778, but still. All right. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy the rest of our trip down Alice Cooper Lane. Might as well, man. If you guys want any others, check the archive. I promise I have all of them. Anything you want. The last one I have, though, is Hey Stupid. I don't have anything after that, so I don't have Trash and I don't have the others. Other than that, before that, go crazy, man. They're here. They're right here. I decided to pull them all out. You guys want to do Alice Cooper? We can go hard on Alice Cooper. Let's go, man. Here's one that showed up in Wayne's World Part 2. He plays the big guy. So Aerosmith, right? Were on, what's it called? Wayne's World Part 1. They were the artists. In this particular case, the backstage and the whole thing was Alice Cooper. And it was during this tour. And they played this song in the movie. Some of you remember it. All right. We're going to go backwards now. Go back to the blackout years. I forgot something that Bart just told me. I forgot about this song, basically. I remember the song. I never put A and B together. I'll tell you what I mean. The next song that we're going to hear is a song off an album, probably his worst-selling album. Maybe Dada might be his worst-selling album. There were a couple of them. All of those Blackout albums didn't exactly do well. But Special Forces was an album that people didn't like. Now, what Bart requested was the song 7 and 7 Is. Some of you will know it from the name. 7 and 7 is fucking Love. The band Love. I had completely forgotten that he covered a Love song. So, those of you who don't know Love, I mean, they were one of the big flower power bands. One of the absolutely big flower power bands. The album Forever Changes, to me, I think is an essential album in every single record collection. I love that record. It still brings me to tears. I think it's a perfect record. It's a masterpiece of a record. But anyway, Love were a very big deal, you know. So having their songs covered wasn't something that it happened. So why don't we listen to this and tell me if you recognize it? It's a great song, and he does a great version of it now that I think of it. Check it out. Yeah! You know what I'm saying? I mean, he took the fucking song, and I mean, it was always a heavy song. It was one of Love's heavier songs, you know? Little Red Book was another one of those songs, but he took it and he made it his own. And it's not like I just never connected the two. It's like, oh my God, he's fucking singing a love song. In the comments, Nelson was saying that every time he sees a copy of Love's debut album, it's always trashed. Yeah, well, tell me about it. My copy of Love's debut album, I have it, and it's fucking trashed. So I'm going to have to replace it at some point. I mean, the good thing about this stuff is that these albums wind up in your collections eventually. I like putting the right records in the right people's collections. More than contests. Contests, whatever. I do them type of thing because I want to be nice. And everybody likes winning things. But I prefer just giving a record to somebody. Feels good. You know, it's like, yeah, I put that in your collection. It's part of your culture. It's part of your art. You know, I think it's great. It's also the reason why I love getting records from other people. It's cool. I fucking know Carpentier sent me a Buffy St. Marie record. I know that fucking Muddy sent me the only Tragically Hip record that I have. Bart sent me Too Many to Remember. It's just you remember, man. It's fun, you know? That's the difference. I always said it. Vinyl always has that story. Vinyl has a history. It's good shit. And that's kind of why it is that I like giving records to people. And even when I sell them for real fucking cheap. Like you know. So it looks like we're going to continue our Alice Cooper thing. I'm going to ask you guys, who's going to put up a blind 10? I want to play you a song that the deep heads will know. Those who know kind of just the hits will not know it, and you're going to fucking love it. I need somebody to put up a blind 10. And we'll continue with one more. Now, we're going to get to the first of Muddy's requests. He requested some good ones. The one that he requested right now that I'm going to play you is the Ballad of Dwight Fry. But the Ballad of Dwight Fry is kind of like the song that precedes it goes into that. The song that precedes it is a song called Second Coming. So what I'll do is I'll play you a two-piece. I can use the midnight request for the blind 10. Okay, I can do that, sure. So we're gonna give you a blind one. I'll get to it too. Okay, it's really good. Oh, and I actually checked my collection and I have the Alice Cooper Show live record too. So basically, in the Alice Cooper collection, I think I'm missing one record that I really want. That's fucking trash. Trash with the song Poison on it. I want that record very badly. And that's supposed to be Alice Cooper going hair metal. That's how Alice Cooper becoming a poser. I don't give a fuck what people say. Alice Cooper was good, always, always. Alice Cooper a poser. You're a fucking poser. Alice Cooper a poser. Get the fuck out of here. Alice Cooper wrote the fucking book. Alice Cooper gets to do whatever he wants. You know, the guy was friends with everybody. Everybody fucking, like, he's been popular his whole life. He was voted most popular in his high school kind of thing. The whole thing. He was always like that. Yes, he was on the Muppets doing Welcome to My Nightmare, as a matter of fact. And his first band, again, if I had to go into little facts and stuff, and I know you guys like the factoids. His first band, do you know what it was? A band called the Earwigs. His first band was called the Earwigs. For some reason, that made me think of another band. Did you know that Neil Young, early on in his career, while he was living in Toronto, was in a band with Rick James? Am I blowing your mind? I mean, some of you I know that. But this is like early Neil Young and fucking impossibly early, what's it called? Rick James. Yes, the Mynah Birds. That's exactly right. When they lived in Toronto, Rick James and fucking Neil Young were in a band together called the Mynah Birds. You fucking know the name too, Tiangua. Yeah, baby. I fucking love when you guys fill in the blanks like that, because I didn't remember. Yeah, man. For real. Rick James used to live in Toronto for a while. I don't have any Mynah Birds, man. I've never even heard Mynah Birds. I don't even know if they've ever recorded the Mynah Birds. But it was a thing. You guys are getting me into the fucking stories now and factoids and shit like that. Well, listen, I mean, you have to realize that I've listened to this music my entire life. Alice Cooper is fucking bedrock for me. You know how it is that I've made a video of the first record I ever bought with my own money was Kiss Rock and Roll Over. I was 5 or 6. These are records that preceded me buying my own records. These were my uncle's records. This is part of my DNA. All right. So I'm going to give you a two-piece off the first record that got him finally popular. The first 2 records, actually here, if we have to get into factoids, the first 2 records that Alice Cooper recorded, Pretty's For You and Easy Action, were on Frank Zappa's Bizarre label. Did you know that? Frank Zappa used to have his own label, and he used to put out all sorts of stuff that people wouldn't put out, like the GTOs, which was his groupies. They were fucking groupies. They used to hang around in California. He put them together and they formed a band. The GTOs. That record's impossible to find. It's never been reissued. It's rare as hen's teeth. I'm fucking dying to have a copy of the GTOs. Don't have it. A member of the GTOs, as a matter of fact, was Alice Cooper's girlfriend. And you guys may have seen her too, because do you know the Frank Zappa album Hot Rats? The Girl Coming Out of the Grave? That's Alice Cooper's girlfriend. That was Alice Cooper's girlfriend at the time. Alice Cooper and Frank Zappa were friends. And Frank Zappa released Alice Cooper's first 2 records on his label. And that girl that's coming out of the grave from Hot Rats committed suicide. I told you, I know a lot of fucking dumb shit, man. But yeah, that's Alice Cooper's former girlfriend who committed suicide. All these little things. I mean, I know some of you know this stuff, but it's still fun to talk about. So this album that we're listening to right now, Pretty's For You, is the first album that he put out on a major label, Warner Brothers, and it's the first album that released that finally saw him get some success. I'm 18 is off of this. Isn't My Body, those of you know a little bit deeper, Isn't My Body is also on it. It was a single. Black Juju, it's an amazing record. The Ballad of Dwight Fry is particularly great. I'm pretty sure that Melvin's covered Ballad of Dwight Fry at some time. Yeah, it could be a sewage drain, whatever the fuck it is that she's coming out of. The Pink album. That's Alice Cooper's girlfriend, whatever she's coming out of. So, Ballad of Dwight Fry, kind of like, there's a song before that called Second Coming that kind of leads into it. So, I'm going to give you a 2-piece, okay? You guys enjoying the night? I really hope that you are. You can keep the Alice Cooper vibe going if you wish. Check if we have it in... Look, I have everything in the archive. What am I... Tell me what you want, I have it. When it comes to this guy, you know? So, let's listen to this, man. We're going into the next one there. Look at all this Alice Cooper. Fuck, we went 2 hours. Almost, at least. More to come. Think about it, man. We haven't even played hits or none of that. The last song you heard is his biggest hit that you've heard up to now. We're nearly 2 hours in. It's awesome. So that's to say that if you guys want a fucking solid night of hits, I mean, I can do that, you know. An hour of Alice Cooper hits, I can do that shit. I know how. There's enough of them. Let me know. If that's the case, then, I don't know. I've said most of the stories. Do I just fucking roll off one hot Alice Cooper track after another? It's a possibility. We do have more requests, though. Hey, do you enjoy the show? Welcome to all of you. If you enjoy what we do, support what we do. kind word, a retweet, or become a patron. This is free for everybody. I've been on for how many nights in a row now? 455? Does that sound right? I've been on for 455 nights. I stopped counting. I have to fucking ask Polam, hey, what night are we on? Because to me, it's just I come in, I show up. Times of great difficulty show you who you are. I'm proud of what I did. It showed me who I am. I stepped up. And I'm not done stepping up because we're not done. I'm only one shot in. I'm still not there yet, but shit's opening up, and it's opening up a lot of exciting possibilities. And I'm absolutely happy to say that we're going to be seeing each other as soon as March. The gang of us on, what's it called, on Zoom, of which all of you patrons are welcome to come. You can join us on Zoom, man. Friendly bunch. We're always there. We have the best times. New people, you can become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Go become a patron at patreon.com/vinyljunkies. You see, I hardly hustled today. And it allowed me to do a regular show. If you can appreciate that, then make this one hustle where I'm telling you, make it worth it. Go become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. There's honor to me in becoming a patron of the arts. And this radio that we're doing here is like nothing else that exists. We are it. This is new radio. This is fucking gonzo. So, be a part of it. Join the conversation, be a part of it. Become a patron. Patreon.com/vinyljunkies. The link is there. All right. Somebody gave me a blind pick. I'm going to go a blind pick. March. Yes, okay. Sorry, Pizza Boy kind of put me back on track. Okay, I said I was going to talk, we were going to talk a little bit about this, and I guess we will. We've spent, I mean, a lot of you haven't been here for the entire trip. Some of you have been here since before all of this started, but these 454 days basically stand for how long the pandemic lasted. We were there from the beginning of the pandemic, not the very first day, probably, but pretty damn close, like the second kind of thing. And none of us knew what was going to happen. And I didn't know that I was going to do this straight the way I'm doing it. I didn't. But then it eventually became obvious. And this slowly became a community. And many people were there from the beginning and were there from before the beginning. Some of you joined in along those 454 days. Many of you are able to know by your patron number when you came in. Okay? So when you become a patron, you get a number. You get to, you know, patron 596, where are you? Kind of thing. Patrons remember their numbers. It tells you how long you've been on the journey with us. Friendships have been made, obviously. Real friendships. So I have been saying the entire time, and I remember saying these things in fear back then, simply because it's like I was freaking out. What the fuck? I don't want to die. Just it was a crazy time for all of us, right? And I kept talking about we're going to get together for a weekend. We're going to hang out. We're going to do these VJ get-togethers. And I talked about this shit back in March of 2020 when all of this was new, when gingivitis just got started, in the days of the fucking waffle stompers. That's how old this gets. And 454 days later, I'm still here to tell you, you know what? Times of great difficulty reveal a person's truest character. I'm still here, aren't I? And I'm telling you right now that what I promised you last March is going to happen next March. How's that? Friends, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. These friendships here, they count. We've made a lot of friendships. We're going to get to see each other for a weekend in San Francisco. And we started putting all of that together, and I think we're looking at March 4th to the 6th. So tell me what you think. We actually even have a hotel looked at and stuff. It's a hotel called the Zeppelin Hotel. The Zeppelin Hotel. And we can rent out the entire 7th floor to ourselves. And if you check the reviews, the big complaint about the hotel is that there's too much fucking noise. That's exactly where I want to be. I'm not worried about fucking noise keeping me up. I'm not there to sleep. Of course I'll sleep when I sleep. So we got everything ready. We got everything ready. We can fucking party like rock stars. An entire floor, baby. I'm not kidding. I just need a few people to step up. Because I got to see what's there, and I mean, I got to know. So, the way it is that I'm seeing it, and I'm going exactly the same way. You're all invited. If you're patrons, we know each other, you're family. You're all invited. But the way I'm approaching this is I'm not running after nobody. I don't want to run after nobody. The only thing I care about is if I can go along with fucking Janice and Chicharrons, that's it. Everybody else can come. So if it's just Janice and Chicharrons and me, I have my own room. They got their room. We're good. We're doing it. Now, I'm just telling you that there's the possibility of a group rate there where we fucking rent out the entire floor. And that's what I'm looking at. With fucking connecting rooms and shit. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a fucking blast. Now, please understand, I'm just waiting to hear from fucking Chicharrons and Nelson say, okay, yeah, we could do this. And when I'm gonna book my flight, I'm gonna book my fucking thing. I'm going, man. So it's going to be good. We will fucking meet and have a good-ass time together. And you can keep me on my promise. So give yourselves something to look forward to. The only thing that I ask, don't fucking say you're going to do and then you're not going to do. I don't like that. If you can't and you're not sure, then stay not sure. But when you commit, you commit. We have to figure out some kind of deposit thing. I don't fucking know what to do. I'm not good at those things, but... Because everybody wants to go with their heart. Everybody wants to go with their heart. But you got to be able to go. And we're going to take time to set this up. We're going to take time to fucking really nail down this weekend to make sure that we have a good time. So, we're going to put effort into it. We want to make sure that we put effort for the people who are going to make it there. And once we're there, we're going to make efforts together so that we can create something that we can bring back with us and show to everybody else. Because maybe they're not there in San Francisco, but maybe they're there some other time. Maybe it's a city closer to you. I mean, the other one that I've told you about is next June. Not next June. Next July, August. Not this year, next year. Montreal, man. Weekend in Montreal. Now you know that I got you there. You know that I got you. I absolutely know where to fucking send you. I know this city. I fucking live this city. I'm a very proud Montrealer. I love my city. So, having you guys over, 3 days, 4 days, we'll have enough time so that we pick the nicest date to have a nice fucking barbecue, pool party, the whole damn thing. Go catch some shows. Go have some beer at Fofone Electric. Go check out Au 33 Tours, which I've called before the Amoeba of Canada kind of thing. You'll see why I think that. It's a great fucking store. It really is. So, this is all stuff that happens when you become a patron. This is all stuff that happens when you commit to a family, when you commit to something. More than just listening, but you're a part of it. You participate. That means that when there's really good stuff, you get to participate. And what we do, we try to do so that everybody may participate. So, just know that I am the kind of guy, what it is we're doing over here is I'm absolutely going for the Anthony Bourdain thing. I am Anthony Bourdain. I am. But music. More than food. But I'm the same fucking... I live the same way. I think the same way. And I think that we do these kinds of things. You put together that weekend in San Francisco, right? Let's say we got everybody committing to shooting stuff, right? Then you take all of that and you put it together. And we shoot stuff and we make sure that we go to a restaurant or we go do this. And we just shoot the whole damn thing. And we put it together as a pilot. I think it's a good fucking story. So what makes you think we can't do it? Why? Because we're not professional film? Guys, I don't care. I don't care. Because we don't have any professional editing? It's probably going to be fucking Pizza Boy that's saddled with all the garbage. He's the one who's going to do the editing. Dude, I told you, that's your place here. You know? It's there if you wanted it. But IRL stream, whatever the fuck that means, if we're talking about live streaming, where we are and stuff for everybody else, yeah, that's something that I could do. That's fucking something that I can do. And if we have an entire floor, that means that we're going to bring in some fucking turntables and we're going to set something up. We're going to go off, man. We're going to go off. So, I'm serious about this. I'm fucking serious. If you guys think I'm kidding about doing this fucking thing as a cable show, I want you to know I'm dead fucking serious. I've been thinking about this show and making this show for the last 3 years. I've been working on this idea for 3 years. So, all of this stuff, you make it for you. Because it's good. And then you show it to others. It's a beautiful fucking thing. You don't worry about whether there's 50,000 people listening or there's 2 people listening. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing all the way around. One thing that I'm good at is I'm good with the ideas. I'm good at putting shit together. If I got people that'll do it with me, we're going to do very special things that have not been done before. So, understand that this is not just my journey, it's your journey. And even if you don't get to fucking come, because you don't have money to come, you're still with us. This IRL, where it is that we can maybe... There are possibilities. Keeping that community feeling. Keeping that love of arts. What it is that to me are the core values of what we do. We can do that. And that's where we're going. And yeah, there's absolutely no reason why San Francisco cannot be a fucking pilot. Where are my creative people? Who likes to take photos? Who likes to shoot? Step up. Be creative. So make it a creative weekend also. Now, those people who think, oh well, no, now it sounds like work. If it sounds like work, then you're not the guy. It's not work. Making art is not work. We're making art. Why? For us. So, when it is that I talk about bigger things coming, there are bigger things coming. March, that first March. Those of you who want to step up, you let me know that you want to step up. Start making it clear, okay? Because I can tell you, once I got a few people that are locked down, I'm ready to go. And we'll look into getting an entire fucking floor of a hotel and throwing down, motherfucker. You follow? Yeah. Can be done, man. Rock and roll weekend. Something Alice Cooper maybe would have been proud of. What am I doing here? I'm going to continue with the Alice Cooper thing. I got into my story. Go become a patron is what it is that I'm saying. Those of you who are patrons, you already know who you are and you're welcome. Those of you that aren't patrons, why don't you get to know what we're doing and hop on? Become a part of it. You're welcome to become a part of it, because if any of this speaks to you and excites you, then be a part of it. We're not looking for everybody. We're looking for the right people who get it, because it's basically, what we do here is an arts appreciation society, is basically what this is. What it is that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to channel all of you motherfuckers. All your creativity. I'm trying to channel it and put it together in some way that's positive, that makes everybody happy. When will this happen? This is going to be beginning March, dude. We're looking at March 4th to the 6th. San Francisco, USA, baby. I've never been. There's the amoeba there. Who knows? Maybe we'll get them to do what's in my bag. Can you fucking imagine? Because I can set that up. I can begin setting that up. Hey, we're doing this. This is the story. Would you have us for a live what's in my bag? And we put that in the fucking movie. Where are my creative people? Step up. Not because I'm asking you to work. If that's the way you see it, fuck right off. This is fun. You gotta want to. And, I told you I was gonna take you places. I'm gonna take you places. For this kind of nerdery, I'm taking you to fucking Disneyland. And I know I'm the man to do it. I know how to do this. And, strap in. I promised you that forever. Strap in. Good shit's coming. And if you can't make San Francisco, then you'll make Montreal. Montreal's gonna be at my house. Anybody who fucking steps out of line in my house will get a baseball bat to the motherfucking head. No, anybody fucking disrespects me or my house, oof. But, yeah. You understand? There's shit we can do here. So let's make a movie. Let's make a pilot. Let's shoot a pilot. That's what I'm looking at. Fucking Mud's gonna come over. I'm gonna have him here a week early. He's gonna come and fix my house. Dude, there's shit to do, man. Like, one thing that I want to do is, I mean, for you guys. It's really for you more than anything, because I can fucking wait. I don't care. I'm a modest guy, man. You'll see my house is modest. I don't care. But I want to get the deck done. But the deck, now, the fucking prices that they're asking, not just lumber, the labor is out of fucking control, because they've not worked for so long that now everything is jacked. Because the rich people don't give a fuck. The rich people, they have it, and they'll say, okay, I'll pay for it. Let's go do it. So something like a 20 by 20 deck, because the guy's quoting me $20,000. It's like, what? Oh, the price of lumber. Listen, dude, I follow the fucking news. I know the price of resources and everything, but I also know that the labor's gone up that much. So it's like, you know, so you might have to come back here and, I don't know. It might be a deck that's not fixed. I fucking hate if that was the case, but that's the way it goes, you know? Not to impress you. Not to fucking impress you. I promise, I'm not impressive. Because I want to do things right for you. Because I give a shit about doing things right for community. It's a family. It's a family, man. So, have a deck building party, yeah, let's see. Nah, man, that I wouldn't want. If you guys are over here, I don't want you to work here. Come on. No, you know? You see? Doesn't it make you feel good to be able to talk about this stuff? Just talk about it, just to dream about it. It's awesome. That's what community is, man. It lifts the spirits, it gives you hope, it makes you feel like you're part of something because you are. And it doesn't take anything other than an act of community. And anybody who becomes a patron understands that that $2 is a fucking symbol of something. If you have more and you want to do 10 or 20 or whatever, that's all fine. But the $2 is a fucking act of community. And it says, yeah, I support what it is that you do. I want to be a part of it. That's what it's about, man. So, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tell you legit. You guys have seen my record. If I'm telling you I'm going to do it, I'm going to fucking do it. Get excited. Get excited and start thinking about March. And those of you who can't do it all at once, start saving some money. And if you can't do that one, don't worry about that. There will be other ones. There will be other ones. We're not done. So, we weathered the storm up to now. The storm's not quite over. We get to enjoy the motherfucking rainbow, too. Kabish? Ah. That's the way this works. All right. I'm going to continue my Alice Cooper thing. I got a couple of songs at least. Jesus Christ, I just went off and started talking about our thing. That's a good way to lose listeners. New listeners, I don't give a fuck about any of this. That's a great way to lose listeners, Sam. I might be okay with that.
I'm a professional.
I might be okay with it. It's too late at night for me to engage cowbell mode. I realize that that was a perfect cowbell song. It really is. You're something that never should have happened. You even make your grandma sick. Yeah. I kind of spent most of my life thinking that I'm something that should have never happened. It's the truth, you know? I don't sit here trying to feel sorry for myself, though, because I think scars make character. I think scars are fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? So, we're all in this together, folks. Let's do it together, then. All right. What do I have here? I have another request. I have the blind pick. I want you to know that we haven't even touched the album Killer yet. Okay, so Killer. Give me 1 second here. I have like 2 copies of it. Both are kind of trashed, though. So I think there's a 3rd copy of Killer in my future. This record is one of the very first records that I ever listened to. I'm 51 now. 48 years ago, I fucking have memories. I have some of my earliest memories of music is staring at this album cover. Staring. Fucking mesmerized. Mesmerized by this snake. Turns out I stayed a fan since forever. I'm thinking that if we played both sides of this, that would be quite awesome. Now, you don't have to. But if we're going to do Alice Cooper right, you could go any album. You can go like School's Out, easy. You can do fucking this one, $1 Billion Babies. You can do Welcome to My Nightmare. Killer is absolutely one of those records. It's absolutely in there, necessary. So I proposed doing a full album spin, if at all possible, of Killer, Alice Cooper. That would be amazing. Needless to say, Sean, I can keep your picks for tomorrow. No, tomorrow's Friday. Okay, yeah, I can keep your picks for tomorrow, or I can put them towards album sides. That's up to you. Either way, I'll honor. You know what I'm saying? Do I have the poster? No, dude, I don't have the poster. School's out. I don't have the undies. I don't have any of that shit. I wish I did, though. All right. So, this is another request, a really good one. Off an album that I really like, and again, an album that I've been listening to my whole life. I really like it quite a bit. It's Welcome Through My Nightmare. Yeah, Cold Ethel. He performed this in concert, and what he does is they have a refrigerator on the stage, and he pulls out like a fucking well, it's not a sex doll, but it's kind of like that's the idea, right? And he starts dancing around with it and starts like throwing it all over the stage. It was really quite good. He sings to the doll. Because Cold Ethel is a corpse, right? Somebody who's dead. All right, look, you guys are enjoying Alice Cooper night. I promise I didn't think this was going to be Alice Cooper night. It just turns out so impromptu. You want to know why you should be on Zoom? That's one of the reasons you should be on Zoom. Literally, a conversation between me and Bart brought all of this out. It's awesome, right? Sure is. So look, it seems like we're already 30. Our man Sean says it's cool to put his 20, is it, towards the album side. So that's what we're going to do. We're already 30 of 50 funded for album side 1 of Alice Cooper Killer. That's the one I'm going to do. All right. Both sides would be fucking awesome. That album is kind of perfect in my opinion. As a matter of fact, fucking nail. All right, look. I got 2 copies, all right? I'm going to send one of you a copy of this. Impromptu. I want to. Are you able to set up something? Well, actually, it'll all depend on Poleman if we can set something up. Pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 666. 1 and 666. Well, if you're out, you're out. That's cool that you say so. But if there's anybody that needs a copy of this, I got 2 copies. 1 and 666. Dickhead, you have to give it to me in private message. You're going to start fucking blasting numbers. How am I going to remember all this? Yeah, what? Hey, you know what? Why don't we get fucking Pullum to write all your numbers down? In your opinion, is this organized? Is this organized? Assholes, yeah. Keep coming up with numbers. Assholes. Keep yelling, keep yelling. $1, Bob, $1. I mean, are you guys out of your fucking minds? Let's get organized. Send me a message with your number between 1 and 666. 1 and 666. And the closest one, without going over, is the one who gets it. I have the number in mind already. So, you understand? And that's how it's done. Sam, you know, I also did a request, and just in case you saw that it didn't fell through the cracks. Dickhead, why don't you let me do my show my way? Don't worry about it, I saw your fucking request. I'm thinking that the request that you asked for is actually on a side of music that's so fucking good that maybe we want to do side 1, the whole side. Do you understand where I'm going, Joseph? Just in case, Sam, just in case, you know, if you forgot. if it slipped through the cracks. If it slipped through the fucking cracks. Don't you have pizza to make? Don't worry about it, son. I got it from here. Alice Cooper, fuck, you can't possibly give me a top. It's like, did you ever see the episode of Cheers? When Cliff Clavin goes onto the fucking Jeopardy and he gets to choose the category and he fucking tells Alex, hey, why don't you choose the category for me? I'm like that right now. Do you understand? Don't worry about it. I got it from here. I got plans for side one of Welcome to My Nightmare. If it's okay with you. Porco Dio. First, let's fund this other thing. Where are we? At 30? Did we move up at all? This is the secret track that I'm giving away, okay? I'm not giving away. This is the track. You remember I said I want to play a deep track? This is a deep track. I had a second deep track, but the second deep track is on Killer. So I want to... the second deep track, as a matter of fact, is on side 2 of Killer. I'm not making it up. And at the end of this entire thing, I'm giving one of you this record. And you can see that it's not to grow the channel. It's not to... Basically, I'm telling Polam and fucking Blumkin, bust my balls until I get this shit done. Bust my balls until I get it done. Because if it's left to me, it's a problem already. Thank you, FM Gary. I saw that you subscribed again. Thank you. Gary's got his 9? Is Gary the first patron? Is Gary the first guy who's got the 9-month subscription on what's it called? On Twitch? Holy fuck. So Gary's not a fucking founder. A founder of what? Gary's a founder of Moron. Have you ever seen this guy? Last time I saw him on Zoom, I fucking saw the crack of his ass. Believe me, I promise, he's the founder of nothing. Gary. Fucking Gary. Walks around with a fucking cable line around his... He uses like a fucking old fucking network cable as a belt. He's one of those guys, you understand? Get him started, he's gonna start talking about his dog Smokey. Lighter. What he doesn't tell you is that he's got fucking... he's got fucking wood paneling in his basement. His basement looks like something straight out of the fucking 70s. He's got wood paneling on the fucking on the walls. And when he fucking talks about Lighter, he makes it sound like he's all fucking cool. He's like, this guy is fucking Snoop Dogg. What Snoop Dogg? He's fucking sitting in the shed. He's in the shed all by himself because his wife won't let him smoke in the house. You understand? Please understand the legend of FM Gary. He's fucked in every possible way. He's completely fucked in every way that you could possibly have. Oh, fuck, a snake. Hey, actually, that's it. A fucking Killer album with a snake on it. Jesus Christ, I fucking want Gary to win. Are we fucking kidding? I didn't even think about the snake thing. This fucking idiot. He calls me twice. Both times he talks about snakes. I have no idea why. No idea. Like, I don't get him. I want you to know that I am open to listening to you, if you wanted to call. So funny. So yeah, let's pick this shit out. Where are we going here? That's the song I wanted to play for you. It's not a hit, but it's really awesome. Gary, do you have this record? If you call in, Gary, I'm going to give you this record. No contest. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I think this is a better idea what we're doing here. Gary, all right? If you call in, I need you. Put up that number for him. I'm going to mail you the copy that's on the turntable. It's not in the best condition, however, it's an original Warner Brothers green label. I have 2 original Warner Brothers Green Label copies, so they sound impeccable. But the covers are more chewed up. Not as bad as mine used to be, though. One is more red than the other. I mean, you know. I mean, if I wanted, I could take this fucking record and just stick it on my wall. But I think I'd rather send it. I'd rather send it to Gary. If he doesn't call, then fuck him. All right, fuck him. But if he calls, on the other hand, Gary wins the record. And you understand why. The snake. The snake. It should tell you everything. The snake. All right. I call your fucking crazy game, Gary. Gary, oh Gary. I call your crazy game. Listen to this in the meanwhile.
Nothing.
All right, I think we're ready. You see? Wasn't that a good song? I love the Dead. I love that song. It's just like it's an anthem, but he's singing about loving the dead. You follow what I'm saying? There are a couple of good, like there are a couple of huge anthems for me on this one here. Where are you? We're talking to somebody. Hi, you're on the air. How are you? You gotta turn your shit down, Gary. All I hear is your television. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good. Turn off your TV. Fucking Gary. Gary!
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
I'm so happy to speak to you. Listen, I feel like you should be the one. Do you have a copy of Alice Cooper Killer?
No, I've got the green one.
The green ones, yeah, $1 billion babies.
Yeah.
All right.
I have Killer.
Have you ever heard Killer from beginning to end?
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of figured. I mean, you grew up with this, I'm guessing, right?
Oh yeah, that was right in my years.
Got you. Yeah, I'm actually... How's his volume? It's good. I'm sorry, I'm just messing around with the volume, Gary. You know me. The levels of professionalism. I never know how to do this proper. Gary, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your deal with snakes?
Oh? Not bad. I just know everybody's scared of spiders and snakes.
Okay. I know, but you keep talking about it. Why?
Oh, I talked about it twice.
Yeah, that's batting 1,000. I mean, your average is very good, Gary. What I'm saying is I'm talking about you're consistent.
I just wanted to talk about something different.
Oh, okay, so you just like out of nowhere decide, hey, let's talk about snakes kind of deal?
Yeah, this I don't know. That's just what come into my head.
Oh my God, Gary, you know how much we love you?
I'm a scatterbrain.
It's okay. And we fucking love you for it. You're a beautiful disaster. I don't know how your wife's not a scatterbrain, right?
Well, sometimes.
Me too. We got 2 fucking hairbrains in the same house.
You gotta remember she's bipolar also.
Oh my fucking God, are you kidding? She's mental too?
Yeah, see, I get to watch you, and then I compare the two, and I can tell what is the bipolar part, and when dude's just pissed off at me.
Yeah. Oh, no. There's definitely parts of that, dude. Absolutely. That's fucking cool that you know that, too. Bipolar's awesome if you make it work for you. She's a fucking tiger in bed, isn't she?
Yeah, she's something else, man.
Oh, I fucking bet she is. Hey, listen. What? She's bipolar. Bipolar people in bed. They're out of their fucking minds. Just so you know, nuts. The best thing for sex is mental illness.
Hey, can I say something?
Of course.
Hi, Valerie.
Valerie? Did you just say Valerie?
Yeah.
Why?
I just want to say hi.
Who's Valerie?
Val.
Who's Val? Who is
Queen bitch.
Queen Bitch's name isn't Valerie. Moron. Queen Bitch is Janice. Janet. Death by lasagna.
Her daughter.
Yeah, her daughter. I know her daughter. Her daughter's Valerie.
Yeah, she's my sweetheart.
You don't know her. Oh, Gary, do you take any medication?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. What ailments do you suffer from, dear Gary? Share where you're with family.
Oh, bunch. Gout, diabetes, high blood pressure.
Oh yeah, but those are the really shitty drugs. You're mental, aren't you? You're not mental?
Oh, yeah. Well, they think I'm mental. I don't know.
You're awesome, Gary.
I take one. I take
and
one shot, Greg.
we celebrate it, and you're a fucking legend, is what you are. Do you think that you and Miss June will be able to show up in San Francisco?
I'm trying to get that straightened out. I hope so.
Because we would absolutely love to have you. And please understand that, you know, you hold very high esteem in this community and with me also. And for me, fuck, it's an absolute pleasure to have seen your music taste just expand. How long have you been a patron? Like, how long have you been watching the show?
I came in 2 days before Radiohead.
Oh, fuck, that's a long time ago. That's almost at the beginning.
Well, I think it was in the 60s, about 68.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds about right. Well, Gary, listen, I got your address. I'm sending you this record, and I'm really happy to put it back into your collection, and it kind of belongs with you, you know?
well, just tell the community I love them all. I try to be here every day. Sometimes I can't.
The community hears it for themselves, man. You're the best, Gary. Thank you so much. We're gonna play.
Thank you, man.
And I'm gonna play the copy. The copy I'm gonna send you is the copy that I'm gonna play for you. Okay, so it'll be it'll be something that we'll listen to all together in community, and then I'm gonna take that exact same record, and that's the one that I'm gonna send you.
Thanks. I love you guys.
Yeah, man, we love you too. Big. We love you big. Here's a song for you, Gary.
All right. See ya.
See ya, see ya. I also just realized something, and this is where it is that you can believe that serendipity is a beautiful thing. Gary, I just thought about this. I've been meaning to send you something for a long time. So why don't we get this straightened out? Give me a call again. I want to see some holes in your collection. I want to know some stuff. Okay? Because I have some records here that I'd like to give you that I can think of right off the top of my head. So I want to see if you have them or not. Because right now what I'm working on in my head is a very nice package for you. For no other reason that I want to. It's nice to do nice things for people, you know? So, gratitude is a hell of a thing. If the fucking guy calls me, maybe we'll actually give it to him. I mean, it's no problem. I can send you only one record if you want.
Gary!
All right, well, Gary, this is the copy that you're going to be getting right here. I'm playing that for you. And once we're done with this session, actually, we got to get the fucking thing funded. I didn't even think about it. We have to get the fucking thing funded. It's not even funded. What's wrong with me? I mean, that's important too. Sorry to... Ugh. Here I am, I'm fucking getting this party going, and we're only at 30 of 100, man. So, I figure some of you don't know. Yeah, we're giving away records, Nelson. Giving away records. I'm actually right now waiting on Gary. If he's still listening, who fucking knows what's going on with that guy, and see if...
Gary, where are you?
See if I can't put something together. Because it's like, I don't want to send records like I did with you, and you have something, you know, that I send something that you already have. I don't want to do that. I want to send personal shit. He's not listening anymore, the fuckface. Fuck you, Gary. Fucking Gary. Thanks for the loyalty, Gary. The minute he gets his fucking free record, he fucking turns off the phone, and what does he do? That's it. That's it. I got the fucking record. He just fucking hangs up his telephone. Oh my god. Why do I attract all the fucking mental cases? Why can't you be normal? Put the number again. Okay. So all you have to do is say that. Now we're at 40, I think. Oh, by the way, can I tell you something? UK Bart. If there would have been a winner, you would have won. You picked the number perfectly, 216. I was yelling at all of you for blasting me with the numbers, so I thought to myself, you're a bunch of morons. So the number was 216, and UK Bart got it right on the nose. UK Bart. Okay, listen, I put up the number. Now what else do you want me to wait for? A particular shade of gray? Green? Everybody's waiting on him. This guy's gonna need a lot of fucking counter space for his medications. And his various ointments. He probably uses various ointments. Gary. This guy's gonna need a lot of fucking counter space for his medication. He hears everything. Turn the fucking TV off, you moron. I just went through this with you.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary. Listen to me. How are you? Turn your fucking TV off, you idiot. He hasn't figured it out yet. too much. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good job, Gary. Good job. I'm proud of you. Gary, do you use any ointments?
Ointment, huh?
Do you have any doctor prescribed ointments?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
Are you giving that away too?
I just thought you might have like some funky tubes on the fucking, you know, on the counter, because I mean, if you come to San Francisco, we're not after that a lot, you know, there's only so much bathroom space, and we know that you take a fucking chest full of medication a day. So, I'm trying to be helpful. Gary?
Uh-oh.
What?
I got to quit looking at the screen. There's such a time difference.
You don't look at the screen. You're confusing yourself. You're scombobulating yourself. Just listen to me. Focus on the phone. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is the fucking moron leading the moron. This is horrible. Dude, you realize that if we were in a war together, you and me would be the first to go.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you did?
What?
You're probably going to have to receive a snake now.
This guy, eh? Listen to me, Gary. I have a few questions. I know that you've been buying up records and stuff. Do you have any ZZ Top?
I've bought 6 foot of records.
Okay, 6 feet of records.
On their sides. I was checking the other day. I don't know the number, but it's 6 foot tall.
That's not tall. It's got cross. You don't stack your records.
I'm right now in the process of building more racks.
Gotcha. Okay, so listen to me. The question remains, do you have any ZZ Top in your collection?
Yes.
What do you have?
Oh, God.
What are you missing?
Ooh.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This bit
I don't know all their album names.
Do you know the description? Can you describe the album to me?
That I've got?
Yes! I'm trying to... Oh my God, Gary, I'm trying to give you free ZZ Top records. Fucking work with me here.
Right now, my records are all over the place.
You fucking maniac. Listen to me. Are you going to be listening to the rest of the show? We haven't even funded this fucking thing. Fund the thing, would you? We're at $40 fucking. Here I am sweating my balls off. This is overtime. Go fund this fucking record. You owe me $60. Oh, you're having a good time. Fund the fucking show. I'm busy over here. You don't fucking see, I'm babysitting. Listen, Gary, I'm going to play this record. Do you plan to listen to the show?
Yeah.
At the break, number 1, you call me. Are you writing this down? Are you writing this down? Number 1, you call the fucking number. I'm going to send it to you. Number 2, what you do is you turn your fucking television down. And don't focus on the television. Focus on the telephone. Focus on the telephone. Repeat after me. I'm going to focus on the telephone.
I'm going to focus on the telephone.
Beautiful. And then what you do is I'm going to pull out the records and I'm going to show them to you. And you tell me,
hey,
I got that
great.
and I don't got that. How's that?
That's great.
I got to fucking play show and tell with this kid. Unfucking believable. Okay, Gary, listen, we're going to listen to the... Did we fund the rest or not? Can somebody tell me? We're at 40. Gary, you see these people? Have you ever seen Alice Cooper in concert, Gary?
No.
Oh my God, really? Dude, you owe it to yourself. Take the lady out. Think about it, man. They got like wheelchair access there. You can get yourself a nurse. You got a private...
I've thought about doing that before, trying to borrow a wheelchair and get some seats.
All right. Listen, what am I waiting for here? I'm waiting for you guys to fund the fucking thing. Gary, I got to get back to work over here. These people, they're not focused. They're listening to the conversation. Nobody's helping me out. You see the work I got to do, Gary? You see the work I got to do?
I know. You work hard, man.
I work hard, and I fucking love doing it for all of you. Thank you so much for letting us into your lives, man. I'm going to hang up now. This fucking guy. These fucking pregnant pauses. I never know what to say to him. He's out of his mind. That's what I got to say. Alice Cooper, Killer. Gary, this is the album that I'm going to be sending you, all right? Enjoy. I had a moment with Kitty. He's, yeah, man. He's a killer with everybody else, but with me, he loves me, you know? He's my cat. He's my boy. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody else, but me he likes. Goddamn, T-Buck. What's your deal? Look at you, 9 months subscribed. That's awesome. I think you get a new little thing. Is that right? Do I have it right? That when you resubscribe, you get like a little thing or whatever? I don't fucking know. I hope you enjoyed that side, man. I very much did. I'm down for listening to side 2 if you're down for listening to side 2. Hold on, I need this mouse over here. Ashbe, slow yourself down a bit. Alright, so we're going to do this however it is that you want. Gary, call me actually. Okay? But we're at 50. Let's see if we can raise the other 50, because if not, then this phone, we end with this phone call, but make it happen. Yeah, Gary, I want to see if you have any records. Come here. Yeah, get on. I got to put up the phone number, sorry. He doesn't know how to just press redial. These newfangled phones with their fucking redial options. I forgot the phone number. He dials every individual number every time. Out of his fucking mind. Gary. I just want to send you records, Gary. I just want to make sure that I send you records that you don't already have. I'm trying to make you happy. That's all. I'm just trying to make you happy. Do you guys want side 2 or not? Going once. I'll just send you whatever. Side 2. Going twice. Going twice. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm getting you, Gary. Gary. Start turning off your phone. Start by turning off your television. I don't fucking see you. Fuerco dia. Stay on the line. Oh, come on. Oh, you're fucking with me, you son of a bitch. You're such a bitch. I hate him. I hate you. Going 3 times. Alice Cooper killer. It's not gonna get done, is it? Oh well. It was a good time, wasn't it?